What
Welcome
it
back.
do, what it don't do. We are back with another episode of the Steezy and Easy MMA Hour. I got that out of the way before I hit this, so I didn't fucking
You breaking
die
the
during the
routine.
introduction.
That's what is expected.
At this point, huh? There it
What up
goes.
with my damn drink?
There it goes for y'all. Shit. But yeah, we back, man. Whew, these cards were been pretty lackluster to say the least over the last couple of weeks. Wasn't really anything crazy. Well, there's one crazy thing that happened, but I mean, other than that,
Yeah, pretty much.
there weren't very eventful cards. But we're gonna run them down anyway. We'll start with
I'm gonna pull them up.
Fight Night from the 16th. Angeliger beat Grigiori. Jesus Christ,
Hmm.
that's a name and a half. Whew. Uh, he won by decision. Mitch Ramirez knocked. Oh wait, Thiago Moises knocked out Mitch Ramirez.
What the fuck is that?
Jacqueline Amorin, the 16th. Not last week's fight night, but the week
Hmm.
before that.
Okay. Yeah, that shit. The Moicano fight. Where is that at on this card?
No, not Moicano. Thiago Moises.
Okay, I was tripping. Right on. Continue.
All right. Jacqueline Amorim beat Corey McKenna. Subbed her in the first round. I don't know why it took me so long to see that. Danny Silva beat Josh Kalibau.
I think it's Culabao.
Whatever. No.
Hmm.
Jafael Fio beat Ode Osborne by submission in the first round. It's kind of his bread and butter, though.
Hmm.
Chelsea Chandler really didn't redeem herself from running in her last fight because that fight was garbage. Um,
This nigga is ruthless.
nah, I'm just mad because she agreed to fucking do an interview with us and she never went through with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So get your ass on here and you'll redeem yourself. How about that?
Fair play. Fair play.
Said what I said. Mike Davis beat Nathan Levy by submission. Mearshart beat Barbarino by submission.
Yeah, that was good, actually.
Yeah, that was a good fight, and Mearshart needed that.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
Kiasin beat Kianzad by submission. A lot of subs in this card. Jesus.
Oh, I know. I see a lot of her jiu-jitsu shit. Apparently, Macy can handle that. You know, she ain't just scrapping on her feet. Like she got a ground game.
Christian Rodriguez beat Dolgarian by split decision. OSP fucking won a split decision. Oh my god, I didn't think that was gonna happen because Kennedy's a beast,
Yeah,
but
100%.
he looked pretty decent in that
I was
fight,
worried for
man.
OSP, man.
A lot of people were.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Me and everybody who reps that flag right there were worried about my man's, but he finally got that dub, so I'm happy to see it. Keep it
And
going,
this
buddy.
next fight, man. Yeah, I'm just glad that Battles dropped the Pooh Bear fucking nickname. Yeah, that's probably what motherfuckers used to call him and shit when he was a kid.
What was it, like a eye poke or some shit?
Oh, the fight? Yeah, it was the poke, and Buddy he wasn't winning the fight. It just looked like a way to for him not to take a loss and to take like a
That's
disqualification or
that's
whatever or
that's
a no
that's.
contest.
See, some fighters should have more shame. Should have no shame when it comes. More fighters should have no shame when it comes. Oh, fuck it. Nah, that's a bit shit. But at the same time,
Hmm.
like, I don't know. Like, if I'm in that situation and I don't have to take the L, like, am I gonna take the L?
Yeah, I mean
Probably not. Probably not. Like, I don't know.
that's what the situation was. I mean, from the outside, from my point of view. So Battles was pretty. What he called him a bitch. That's hilarious. Because
Did he?
I'll kill you. Yeah, Battles, they kind of got into it verbally afterwards. Just fair. I mean, I totally, yeah, Battles got a right to be upset about that. He was winning that fight.
100%. But at the same time, as somebody who's been poked in the eye like many, many a times, it's hard to say. It's easy to say because the outcome of the fight wasn't looking so great for him. It's kind of like
Hmm.
a it's very similar to the Aljo situation. Like a lot of people felt like he could have continued, and
Yeah, but who are
and he
we?
probably could have, and he probably
Probably,
could have.
but
But
yeah,
who are we to say at the end of the day? Like it was a nasty knee. Eye pokes usually fucking suck, so it's like I wouldn't want to. If I've had eye pokes that fucking fucked me up till then. Like
yeah. I mean, like, why would?
I've had eye pokes that like last the pain lasted like multiple days. Like could
And if
not
you
open
get,
my eye and shit. Like I've been poked
yeah,
in the eye pretty bad. So it's like only that person can really tell. Like at the end of the day, if he got eye poked and it was genuinely bad enough to where he couldn't continue, then he doesn't get that L. But if it was bad and if it wasn't bad enough and he was fine and he could have continued, then he got to live with the fact that he's a bitch. Like that's all you can
yeah. I
really.
mean, that's
That's all
exactly.
you can really say. That's all you can really say
Yep.
about that, honestly. Like,
I mean, who are we? Imagine, you get poked in the eye now. Imagine having to fucking fight for your life. You know what? You can't see.
exactly, exactly.
So.
Like, and the only reason I can say that is because like I've been poked that bad in the eye. Like
Hmm.
by motherfuckers who didn't even mean to do it. Like I had a homie, like he's gonna watch this too because he's an avid watcher. Fucking Craig, you motherfucker. I was like, he's my best friend in the world, but like I was
Hmm.
genuinely fucking mad for until that
Damn,
shit went away. I was mad
how
because
you get poked in the eye? I ain't that shit
bro,
ain't
he
happened
was
to
like
me.
he had like a
Knock
fucking
on
like
wood.
a balloon stick that he was like attempting to
Doink.
poke me with, and I just happened to turn right into that bitch, dude. And
Doink.
dude, my eye was fucked up for like days, bro, on end, and I was hella mad, bro. Like I didn't want to. I mean, didn't want to hold it against him, but nigga, I was not happy. Like that shit hurt. Like
That
so
shit
bad.
reminds me. This reminds me of some shit in grade school. I think
I
I
just got
was
a
in like,
flashback, and I'm all triggered now.
yeah. Now I'm thinking about the time. I think fourth grade. I threw a paper airplane, and that motherfucker, ooh, straight into a motherfucker's eye.
Oh
And
yeah,
it
see.
was like, and he was looking up, and the plane was sticking. He was like in the corner of his shit. You just saw the plane sticking up, and him looking up, and
See,
he's.
man, you could slice a motherfucker doing that too. Them paper cuts ain't no joke.
His shit was fine. It just managed to stick right like in the corner, not in his eye, but like in the fucking, yeah. It just doink. That shit was fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
Marcin, and last but not least, Marcin Tybura submitted to Tuivasa. So this is his fourth straight loss now, I believe.
I mean, you
It's
gotta.
like,
I
what do
kind of
you
put him
think?
in the same. He's the same category as like Derek Lewis. Like, if he gets a good favorable match, he might go out there and put on a show. But you can't expect this dude to make any title runs. You know what I mean? Just give him favorable matches. He'll put on a fucking show. Don't give him anybody that's strategically gonna annihilate him, because that's what the fuck's gonna happen. Just give him somebody that's stylistically, and skill wise around his level, and he will go out there and put on a banger. But don't, what I mean? Like, don't set this nigga up for failure.
You just gotta match him up with dudes that are gonna fight him the way he needs to be fought in order for it to be like one of those super entertaining fights.
He ain't gonna fight
No,
no,
you're
you know
right
what I mean?
about that. Like
Wrestlers.
he's not. Yeah, yeah. I mean, fuck you. I couldn't put it better myself, honestly. Like you can't give him or a Derek Lewis like somebody who's all around well rounded. You got to give him and Derek Lewis somebody that's just gonna go out there and just fucking throw for the fences like they do.
They gotta be of the same caliber, and like not, it's stylistic for sure.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And when it comes to guys that you know are never gonna make that crazy title run or anything like that, you honestly might as well fucking just give them nothing but fun fights for the fans. Nobody, these dudes are hella big fan favorites, and when you match them up with well-rounded dudes, like they always take the L, and nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
At
of a
least,
time where it was more like what fans wanted to see versus like just
I
rank.
mean, I mean, just depending on the circumstances, but
Hmm.
that's more of what it is than anything. Honestly, like rankings don't mean shit. Like it's all about what
Money
gets the most
wise.
retweets and what generates the
Hmm.
most income and like social media plays. We're gonna get into that a little more later, but social media plays a big ass part in a lot of this shit these days.
Somebody said some shit about this the other day, but after hearing it, I want to see Ian and Gary fight MVP, bro.
We're gonna
That's
get
what I
into
want to
that.
see.
We're gonna get into that a little bit later too,
Yes, sir. That's what I want to see.
nah, yeah, no, that's in my notes for sure. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yes, sir. No, ain't no way.
But we'll touch on that a little bit more later. But let's get to this last fight night real quick. Usman's brother took his first L against
Man,
McCarkin.
he is that guy is he's very genetically gifted. He's a specimen, but man, that guy does not he's not that good to me, bro. I think he's just a genetic freak. And what I mean, once you're that good if once you got genes like that, if you're just a little good, you're gonna be a light years ahead of the average motherfucker.
I'm
And I think it's
surprised he
catching
didn't.
up.
I'm surprised he didn't go for any takedowns. Honestly,
He might not be able to, bro. Usman is different. Or
nah,
you know what I'm
he's
saying,
been
like
going
Kamaru.
no, he's been going for a lot of them
Hmm.
in his previous fights. Like he seems like tries to resort to wrestling more than his brother does. Honestly,
Yeah, I
he's
guess.
hella
Well, with
bigger. I don't
Kamaru,
get it.
with Usman, I think it's more like that dude. He found out he had them hands, and he's like, "Fuck, I ain't gotta hold these dudes down no more. They're scared of getting touched. They're scared of getting taken down. So I'm gonna catch these motherfuckers with the hands." And that might, I mean, kind of what it kind of like with Connor, you kind of lose your way, and I don't know, maybe they would have been better off if they stuck to what got them there.
Have you watched Roadhouse?
No, I'm not watching that bullshit. I no interest. I've seen him, with on withdrawals during that fucking interview. They must have been feeding that dude coke to try to get him to them damn scenes. I ain't watching that shit. You see him in the fucking interview. That motherfucker. He was in withdrawal. They should have gave him a bump before the fucking show, dude. Why they do him cold turkey like that? You feeding him this shit throughout this whole filming, and then the last day when you wrapping it up and you getting the interview done, he fucking, you know what I mean? That's tough, bro. I couldn't watch that shit. Have you seen the interview? He looks
I
ill,
haven't.
bro.
I haven't. I haven't.
I don't think he was nervous. You know what I mean? I don't know, but who knows? Who am I? He just looked like he was hurting. I'm not watching that shit in the long wind speech. No, I'm not watching that shit.
I've never seen the original, and
Fair.
I hate remakes. So it's
There you go. Simple.
like I really wish people would just make their own fucking movies, man. Like I'm sick of all these remakes. Like it's getting ridiculous.
Whew,
They
they're
done they
doing it
done
with games
remade
now.
they done remade The Color Purple classic
That's
movie
wild.
as
Yeah, that's
is.
wild.
They remade fucking White Man Can't Jump, another fucking classic.
And that's wild too.
Fuck the Sandlot 2, fuck the Sandlot 3, fuck How High 2, fuck all that shit. I mean, there are good sequels. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's not, but as far as like remakes, just taking a fucking movie that was already done and just putting the same name on it, same premise, just different actors, like get the fuck out of here with it.
Yeah, I mean they're doing it with video games and shit too now.
Stop it. I
Although
fucking
that Max Payne 1 and 2 remake, give it to me.
now see, I fucked with Max Payne heavy.
That
I
shit gave
fucked
me
with
trauma
Max
as a
Payne
kid.
heavy. I fucked
That
with
shit
Max Payne
fucked me
heavy.
up.
Nah, it was crazy. It's a crazy fucking story, and we all were
Yeah,
kids playing that shit.
Yeah, dude. The nightmare mission. You remember that where he's like having like a nightmare and you're in his dreams and it's like
Yes,
reliving
nigga,
the
that shit
scene.
is. Yeah, that shit's
Trauma.
dark, bro. Especially for a
Yeah, dude.
child. I was like probably like 16 playing that shit.
I
I
was
was like, this
way
is
younger.
wild.
Y'all motherfuckers go play Max Payne. Go do it.
What was I gonna say? Another game I liked back in the day, Dead to Rights. Have you ever played that?
Yeah, with you get the husky.
Yes, that was my shit.
Yeah, dude. I played the shit out of
That
like
was my shit.
all
That
those
was my
games.
shit. That was
You
my
could
shit.
send it on people, max them out and shit. They had a bunch of cheat codes. Yeah, I
Oh
played the shit
yeah,
out of that.
I never fucked with the cheat codes, but
I beat the game and I'm like, fuck it, what they got?
I'll fuck with a cheat code if it doesn't, if it's like a non-invisibility. Like I don't want to not be
Hmm.
able to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Yeah.
then that just takes all the fun out of it.
Usually like the cheats are like cosmetics or like fucking
Or
secret
ammo or
levels. Or,
some shit like
yeah.
that.
They don't make cheats no more though. It's pretty
No, they
crazy
don't.
that they went away from
Remember
that shit.
Game Genie? Do you remember? You might not be old enough for Game Genie. But
What are you talking about? Like the because I've had like the cartridges. I've had like they make the little fucking uh manuals that got all the cheats in them.
yeah, yeah. Okay, you okay? Maybe you are. Maybe
No,
you
I
are.
remember.
Okay, okay,
I used
okay,
to buy them.
okay,
They used to sell those at the damn book fairs. And I used to buy them, or I just
okay,
go to fucking GameStop and I would fucking up, down, left, right, R1, right. You know what I mean? You right? Remember that shit?
okay,
I was there
okay, okay.
taking pictures
Ha
of it
ha
with my
ha.
iPod Touch. And shit.
Ha ha ha. Okay, okay.
I'm familiar with game, dog.
I just didn't think he was. Yeah, I just didn't know if he was old enough to remember that. That's all.
Yeah, no, I was there.
Back to business. Andre Lima won by DQ. Obviously. Motherfucker got bit.
That was nuts. It was like a tiny little yomp, bro. You know that shit hurt. He's like, dog. He's
Oh,
literally biting me.
the way he screamed, you could tell. Like, apparently, he said he thought it was like he got caught in the fence or something like that
Yeah,
in
bro.
the
Because you don't
cage.
expect to feel that kind of pain in a fight.
And
Pardon me.
um, but yeah, um,
That was nuts,
fuck,
dude.
dude.
He went and got it tattooed and shit.
Yeah, that
That
was
shit's gonna
wild.
get infected. Them motherfuckers had to wipe that down with alcohol.
That's not the first time I've ever seen somebody bit in the UFC though.
Yeah, I remember the first time a guy was like in a submission or something. He bit him in the ribs or some shit like that.
Yeah, that was the Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, that's what it was. Because I remember watching that shit and being, that was the first time
No,
watching that.
that bite was
He,
way worse.
he spit his mouthpiece out or something. I can't remember.
I don't even. I know the aftermath of the bite mark looked way worse. Like those, they
And
were
the
like punctures.
it was,
Like they
what
were
was funny.
bad, dude. Like he was in the guillotine. He was in
Hmm.
a he had him in a guillotine, and
Oh yeah,
dude bit him, and
he still got choked
the
out, I
dude
think.
that put him in the yeah he did. The
Hmm.
dude that put him in the guillotine said he wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe the choke was
His
so fucking
mouthpiece,
tight,
yeah,
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 that he had no choice. But that was like, but that fool straight up admitted to doing it on purpose.
yeah. They cut his ass. I remember and then the dude that did it, like you afterwards, you're like, yeah, that motherfucker kind of looked like the dude that would bite you. Yeah, I remember thinking that afterwards. I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, I bet him. I bet him on purpose. I just didn't want to lose.
I'm
Like,
like, what the fuck, dude?
then tap,
Why would you say
motherfucker.
that?
Don't bite him. Like,
Why would you say that?
yeah, why would you say that?
You should have took
What's
that to your
crazy is
grave,
he
dog.
admitted it on there, and then the next episode, like he told Dana personally that he was, I just wanted to let you know that yeah I did, but I would have never admitted to that
Oh, you
because you
think
pretty much just
that's the
eliminated
worst of the
any
worst, bro?
possible opportunity that you would have to
Hmm.
fight in the UFC ever again
You're
because you
feral,
admitted
bro.
that. Like you're an idiot for admitting that. Honestly, like there's one lie you gonna do because I mean a lot of those guys do end up fighting in the finale most of the time and get another opportunity, so to speak. To yeah, so I mean maybe it's just him as a person. I don't want to judge him. I mean, if he's just not a liar, he's not a liar. But
I'm
like,
judging somebody
but
biting people. No way, bro.
yeah,
You have to be like on some like that's just
yeah. Now
shameless.
biting somebody's crazy.
That's shameless. dude, you're feral, bro. Get the fuck out of here. That shit gets infected so quick too, dude. Gross ass mouth. Fuck that.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, back to what the fuck? Daria Zalezi. Jeez, yeah, I'm not saying that shit, bro.
Let me fuck it. Let me read
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah. You,
Zelensnikov.
yeah, yeah.
Zelensnikov.
You know, I be forgetting you be pulling this shit up with me now, so you can start trying to pronounce some of these shits
Mm-hmm.
too. Zelezniakova, Zelezniakova, man,
Zelensnikova.
Zelezniakova.
I
I
think you
think we
got it.
can both agree with that. Fuck,
Yeah.
but that is a, ooh, that's a doozy. She
She
won
put
by
in work that
decision
fight.
against Rendon. Yeah, she did. I'm so sick of these fucking. I'm so sick of these people who are just like shamelessly spamming takedowns lately. Like some fighters are just like it's so desperate looking. Like, bro, you're going for fucking 16 takedowns. Like, what are you in getting four of them? Like, that's crazy to me. Like,
Who are you talking about right now?
I'm not talking about anybody
Anybody in
specifically, but
particular?
like sometimes I'll just because like sometimes if I really don't care about a card, but I still want to like check the stats, well, that and I bet too. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll be looking at the a lot of these fight stats, and I'm just like, bro, this motherfucker's gone for like 16 takedowns. Like that shit's crazy to me. I'm like, who the fuck wants to see that?
Yeah, that's a lot of cardio, man.
Yeah.
That you're just wasting if you're not getting the takedown.
Stephen Nguyen, who I thought was gonna win this fucking fight, and I don't fucking know what the fuck happened. Ended up getting beat by Aaron's. Aaron's was on a little losing skid, and Stephen Nguyen was making his debut. I don't know. I thought he had that in the bag. This card fucking sucked, man. I don't know.
I
Miles John
think I
beat
was
Cody.
multitasking when this was on.
I think I was doing. I think I was
I was
triple tasking when this shit was on. I think like in between fight breaks, I was going to watch fucking uh, what is that shit called? Bar Rescue. Yeah, I've been
that
watching
dude
this.
cracks me up.
I've been watching the shit out of that dude. I don't know
That
why,
motherfucker
but
kills me.
like that guy goes in on those motherfuckers. But it's like I kind of get it because a lot of those places are fucking disgusting,
Yeah, bro.
disgusting, and like the fact that you just like, bro, I've been watching too much Bar Rescue honestly because like I'm fucking sketch on fucking eating that chicken shack kind of like low key. It's like how, but it's like a new business that just opened, so I feel way less skeptical. But
Oh
like
yeah, it's not
a
like no
place that's
old
been there
ass
for like
roadie.
massive years and shit, I'm just like that.
Hmm.
A fucking place is not upkeeping on, dude. That shit's gross, bro. Like
You
the
know,
shit that they be serving to their, and he'll go right out there and tell those people, "Do not eat this food. Do not eat this. This is what's on their food. This is it, bro." He has, bro, no chill at all. He doesn't even try to
how
be
did anybody
discreet
ever
about
come
it.
back?
Exactly. I'm like, you're supposed to bring this space back up to code, and you fucking putting this place on blast. It's just
There's
funny
no
to
way they
watch
do
though,
better.
because the customers' reactions, dude. Sometimes, like he was like, "This is on your drink," and he pulled out this dirty ass rag, and so this dude was like, "Okay, I'm done." I was dying, bro. I was like, "Wow." I mean, obviously, he. See, what I be watching is I be watching the beginning. I never see the aftermath afterwards. Like, I need to start watching the conclusion of these fucking
This nigga
places.
just watched people get roasted and changes in the
Nah,
next episode.
because their channel has it set up to where there's like compilations of certain
Oh,
shit,
so you just see
and
of it.
yeah, I just see what they show me basically. But I really do want to see the aftermath of a lot of these places. I don't ever even see the conclusion and shit. I see what they look like prior, but I don't see what he does to improve that place. A lot of
They
those
need
places, he just it looks seems like he just walks out on and just refuses. Like,
to.
but a lot of those motherfuckers be wild, and a lot of owners and shit be fucking getting hella drunk with the customers and shit and giving away free shit and then like wondering why you're broke. I'm like, hello.
Yeah, they need to check all their damn ice machines. Like that's the
But
one
he,
thing.
yeah, yeah, but he does talk to people hella crazy, and I see why a lot of people snap back. I'd probably be one of those people that snap back. Like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to like that, bro? But I would. I mean, I'm big on cleaning wherever I work, so it probably wouldn't be up to his standards, but it wouldn't be the fuck all the fucking disgusting like that. Especially if that was part of my job description. Anyway, my host John beat Cody Gibson. Julian Rosa beat Ricardo Ramos. That was a nice sub, actually. One of the only few highlights in this fucking card. Trey Ogden beat Kurt Halabaugh. Fernando Padilla beat Pauelo by submission.
Yeah, dude came out there
Uh,
dressed like, or
Billy Q, man.
he was loofied up. That's
I know
crazy.
he's one of fucking MMA Twitter's favorites, but yeah,
That was a tough fight.
yeah, he got subbed in the second.
He
Peyton
said he's taking
Talbot,
time away.
yeah, and that's probably the smart thing to do as opposed to just getting right back in there like a lot of people like to do. Assess, switch gyms if necessary, make all the proper adjustments and shit. Good for him. Peyton Talbot looked nice against Cameron Simon. He's a beast. I like him. Shabazian beat Dobson by KO. This
Yeah,
main
that was
card
a
got a little
pretty
more
close
interesting.
fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. He Shabazian got cracked and then put Buddy down.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that was a good one for as long as it lasted. Carl Williams beat Tafa by decision. Rose beat Ribas by decision. Said she wants to fight. Who the fuck did she say she wanted to fight? I really don't care because I really don't care about Rose.
Yeah, I ain't really a
Um,
fan.
I was a fan of her when she had hair, only because I thought she was kind of cute. But
um,
that was me. That was me fucking being like these motherfuckers on Twitter and just glorifying mid. We shouldn't be doing
yeah, I
that.
was a fan back in the day. I don't know. I just kind of the last couple performances just ain't really done. You know what I mean? I ain't really supporting it.
Those cards were, yeah, neither of those cards were anything to write home about. But let's get into this news right quick. Obviously, dude got cut for biting as he should have. Like, and it's probably gonna be hard for him to get signed anywhere else because of that shit. Honestly,
Yeah, yeah. I don't see anybody taking somebody after that. Loose cannon, brother.
yeah, yeah, nah, no commission's gonna really want to sanction somebody that's doing that. It's like fucking Paul Harris. I would imagine that motherfucker can't get many fights
That
these
guy
days.
is a fucking psycho, dude. I just don't understand somebody who just hold. You know what I mean? The holds its mission. I don't understand. Is it
He's a dickhead.
like a
He's a
macho
dickhead.
man? Like yeah,
No,
plain and simple.
just yeah, he's a piece of shit.
That's the
Honestly.
foulest shit of all.
Dominic Cruz, when they asked him about the whole Jake Paul Mike Tyson fucking fight, he basically said we live in a world and a time where back in the day boxing was about who the best boxer in the world was. Nowadays, if you have enough social media followers, like you can make a fucking spectacle out of anything. And I don't agree with that guy very often, but he's on point when it comes to that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I mean it's pretty simple concept.
He said he's not. He said he wasn't trying to say like the best fighters aren't fighting each other anymore. But he said social media plays a big part in what fights are made these days in a lot of combat sports, and he's fucking right about that. I was talking about that earlier. Like
Yeah, it's been like
it's
that for a while.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. I do agree, and it's not going to change anytime soon. We just live in a clout-driven society, and yeah, that's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's and all everybody is trying to. Everybody is getting. Everybody is taking ideas they see on YouTube, making their own channels, doing the same thing. I mean, technically, I guess we're doing the same thing with doing a podcast. We're not the only people to have an MMA podcast, but it's just I don't know. It's just how the world works. It's there's nothing wrong with it's about it's for me it's more about what you're willing to do in order to get that success. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing it in a fucking I probably shouldn't even hit this because I'm already stumbling on my words.
Yeah, I'm pretty blasted.
um yeah, I don't know, as long as you're not selling your fucking soul. Like there's a lot of things I'm not going to do to try to get fucking a big following. Like I just try to just genuinely be myself as long as you're authentic and stay true to who you are and you don't, you know what I mean? Stoop to a different kind of low because you want that clout that bad, then I guess what's the issue? But
Pretty simple. Have some self-respect.
yeah, it is kind of crazy how fighting works. Like if you got a big social media following, that can definitely impact your career, and the best should just fight the best, honestly. All right, so we did touch on this earlier, a little bit earlier, but I wanted to get back to it. Ian Garry, apparently he really, really wants this Colby fight more than anything. That's the only fight. Well, not that's not the only fight I think he wants, but I know you said you want him to fight MVP, and they did
Yeah,
ask him about fighting MVP,
he don't want it, but
but he said he doesn't want
stylistically,
it.
we want it, and we want MVP to take the momentum that this Ian Gary dude got. So we don't like Ian Gary, man. I want MVP to get that pull, spring vault to the top, especially after what I just saw. He can handle his shit.
See,
I think
Gary said he don't want it because he's not above him in the rankings.
I mean, he should want. I mean, if you take it and you beat MVP, bro, you're automatically like, what I mean, for your career, like that's a pretty big name, bro, because you just beat the Bellator's like biggest prospect. You know what I mean? Like one of their biggest, flashiest prospects, and especially for somebody that nobody's given a whole lot of respect to, like. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers ain't really taking him seriously like that. If you get that, then you can really start pulling some weight and be like, "Fuck Colby, I don't need to fight Colby." Like, when was the last time Colby did anything? I just beat MVP.
I think it's
You
more
know?
personal. I think it's more personal with Colby.
Oh, it 100% is, but it's still it would it would be a pretty good spring vault
But
on.
Colby is higher in
Yeah,
the top 10,
but I mean, with
and
that logic, then
it's
Colby shouldn't
person
fight him.
it's personal, and it would elevate his status as far as like rankings go. I could see why he would turn down the MVP fight right now. He
Imagine
probably
if he
wants
beat
MVP
MVP
to get
though.
a better. He said if MVP could somehow surpass him in the rankings, he'd fight him.
Why does MVP just fought Holland? Holland's way more
I
significant
don't
than
think
Ian Gary.
Holland is top 10.
But Ian Gary wouldn't fight Holland. Like Holland would beat Ian Gary up. Like I don't. I just feel like
I don't
him
know, man. I don't
in
know
separate
about that. I
competition.
don't
I
know
think
about that.
I think Holland would beat him.
I don't know about that.
I think
I
he would
don't
catch him.
even. I don't know. And I'm a big ass Holland fan, and I fucking
Hmm
can't stand Ian Gary either. But I don't know if I could say that the way Holland's looked in his last couple of fights. He has not looked
I
good.
just think he couldn't. I mean, the in and out shit with MVP. That's not a good matchup
But
for
he
Kevin.
didn't look good against Thompson either.
Same shit.
and
It's the exact same person. MVP and Kid Thompson are the exact same person.
were
That's just
those
not
his
a good
last two
style.
fights? I don't think they were.
Mm,
I might have
I
had a
don't know.
fight in between that. It's crazy because he went on this crazy run where he fought like five fucking times in 1 year
Hmm.
and won all those fights. So everybody was like, okay, he's really that dude. And then it went in like complete reverse.
Maybe he just got quit progressing skill wise, rested on them laurels. Yeah, that Jacare knockout, that shit was nuts.
Nah, that was crazy. Okay, no. Yeah, let's see. Fought Page. Yeah, oh yeah, he fought JDM. That's right. And he looked
Oh,
really
and that
bad
was
in
a
that fight. He looked
that
really
was a
bad in that
pretty.
fight too.
JDM's a very technical fighter too. Yeah, I don't. I think Kevin has issues with people that are very like technical. But that was a good. You know, what I mean, he didn't. I don't. I didn't think he looked terrible in that fight. JDM, that dude's no joke. I can't believe he did Gilbert the way he did.
I mean, like really looking at his resume, we're like, look, I'm looking at the five
Hmm.
wins in a row, and they were against some good people. He beat Souza. He knocked out Buckley. And it's crazy because I think Buckley probably beat him right now if they fought
Mm.
again.
Yeah, Buckley's fighting Vicente, right? Luque.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be a fucking
Yeah,
banger.
Vicente's got something to prove now.
But yeah, after the 5 win skid, then it was Brunson lost, Vittori lost. Very good competition, but I mean,
Hmm.
I feel like he probably should have and could have beat fucking Brunson. And then he fought Dawkins, no contest. He beat Alex Oliveira. He beat Tim Means. Then he lost to Hamazat. Then he lost to Stephen Thompson. Beat Santiago Ponzinibbio. Beat Chiesa. Lost to JDM. Lost to Page. It's very up and down, up and down, up and down. Win
I
two,
think he was.
lose two, win two, lose two.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I don't know.
sometimes it
Maybe
be
he's
like
gonna
that.
win his next two. But I mean that also with the level up in competition. I mean that's what comes with it. And Hamzat's not easy for anybody. Neither is Thompson.
No, and MVP is the exact same fighter as Thompson. So like that's why they took that fight. You know what I mean? It's easy, quick math.
But all right, let's see what else we got here. Marab is a U.S. citizen. Good for him.
Oh, did you see Nick Diaz's clips?
I mean Nate.
No, no, that was Nick, right? I'm
Uh,
pretty sure that was Nick.
I saw some clips of Nate
I'm gonna check right now.
sparring.
I'm fairly certain. No, Nick put some bag work out, and he said somebody's gonna pay soon. You know,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Nate.
I don't know. Let me see. No, bro, that's Nick on the bag. You can tell
I'm
by the
pretty
way he
sure.
punches.
I'm pretty sure Nate brought out some sparring footage too,
Oh well, here he posted a video.
or some bag footage.
Let me see if I can hold it up. Look at that. Look at this screen, boy.
Okay, that is Nick. That is definitely
Look,
Nick.
you can tell by the way he punches, man. You can tell by them punches who it is, especially the
I
way
wish.
them body shots come.
I wish neither one of them would fight again. That's what I wish.
I would
But
like to see Nick fight Tim Means. I would take that right now.
but I did see Nate doing some bag work too.
Oh, he's supposed to be fighting Masvidal, right? They're supposed to be boxing or some
Oh
shit.
yeah, that's right. And honestly, bro, oh my god, like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't
I
know
think
how I feel
Masvidal is
about
too big.
them fighting anymore. Either one of them fighting anymore is just like I don't know.
I'd rather see
They just
Nick
seem
fight
like
than Nate.
they've seemed like they've both. I mean, Nick didn't look bad against Lawler, but I feel
Yeah,
like
I
they've
like
both
Nick.
done. I feel like they've both taken a lot of damage to their heads.
Yeah, it could be their it's just their style, man.
Uh, Daniel Cormier said he wants to reach out to Sean Strickland.
For
Uh,
what? What's he?
about because of his fucking mental breakdowns he be having on fucking
There's
social
nothing he
media
can
and
do.
shit.
Is DC a doctor, bro? This nigga's clinically crazy, bro. What the fuck DC gonna do? Stepdad him or something? Come on, DC. You ain't got to. It's a grown ass man. He's grown crazy. He needs a therapist, dog. It's clinical. You need a team. Yeah, no. What the fuck? I'll reach out to him. Yeah, okay, nigga. Then you're real. Then you're held accountable next time this nigga goes postal. I don't know what the fuck you meant by that. Check up on him or something.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
Tripping. No, I mean he'll be fine. He just throws little, he goes through his little depressed moods and then gets emo and then then makes fun of himself after. It's just what he
Oh
does.
my god. I'm gonna remember this timestamp because that's gonna be the fucking clip when I fucking upload this video.
Man, what the fuck he gonna do? This motherfucker is
Oh god.
beyond a conversation. He needs a whole fucking
I just don't like.
protocol.
See, he was just starting to fucking win me over as a fan too, but like the way he contradicts himself, like really pisses me off
That's just
because
what
like
he's mentally ill, man.
you're quick to fucking say that shit about
Hmm.
somebody else, like really quick to say that about somebody else,
I just give
but
him a
but
pass.
but then you have these breakdowns and you advocate for mental health and shit like that, and I think mental health is very very important, but like you can't like poke at somebody for it and then do the woe is me shit about yours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
be
dude's
consistent.
he's crazy, bro. I just take everything with a grain of salt. I don't really care, Nigga's crazy.
And now he's over here funking with fucking Ian Gary's wife and shit.
She bugs me, bro. I I just feel like she,
I mean, she did.
uh,
I mean, I did think some of the things she said in that video were factual, but
I wasn't about that. How long was it?
what that
How long
video?
was that fucking video, nigga? That shit
I
was
was
like,
at work, nigga. I didn't have anything else to do.
they said that shit was like 5 minutes or some
It
shit.
was like 6.
No, fuck that, bro. I don't want to hear somebody else's wife talk about some shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck.
I was just curious because everybody on fucking Twitter was that's all everybody was talking about, and I was just like, fuck it. All I had time. Shit.
I just feel like she just finessing her life, bro. She just found a rich young stud. She could just chill and get her bills paid, bro. She finessed, and now she pushing herself in the media, to gain more revenue, gain more money. But I mean, he probably does need somebody like that in his life. He's a young dude. He don't know shit about the game or shit about making no money or promoting or none of that shit. And she definitely blowing his name up. Without a doubt, he wouldn't. Ain't nobody would have been talking about this dude if he didn't have the whole cuck thing. That's the whole reason his name was getting carried for as long as it was. So she mastermind. She blew this dude's career up a lot higher than it was going, in my opinion. All this social media, everybody talks about the motherfucker now. And they say no publicity is bad publicity or whatever the fuck. So whatever the fuck that rant was about, you heard it,
So
processed it.
the so the UFC settled a $335 million lawsuit with that antitrust shit. And I really don't know what the fuck that all means, except that certain group of fighters are gonna get a fucking fat ass chunk of money. But I think it also ultimately means that fighter pay will never increase for these fighters.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I
No
don't.
fucking
Yeah,
idea what any of
exactly.
that means.
So it's really hard to speak on it because I don't really know the facts and I'm fucking baked. But I just want to put that out there. Connor said he's frustrated with the UFC, but Dana White said this fool's got movie obligations that he needs to fulfill before he can think about fighting again. Movie's out, so let's see if this motherfucker actually fights again.
Well,
So
you keep seeing all the shit, all the leaks and all that. He's supposed to be fighting uh
Chandler,
Chandler.
we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll fucking see. We'll fucking see. Ain't nobody got time for that
and he
shit.
ain't been looking. He wasn't looking good in that motherfucking interview. I tell you that.
Mark Coleman is recovering well,
Hero, brother.
which is yeah for those who don't know, but Anybody who watches an MMA podcast, I would assume would know that
Hmm.
Mark Henry, Mark Coleman rescued his parents from a burning house. I mean, shit, don't get no more heroic than that, especially to be a man at his age.
Yeah, for real. And glad he's recovering.
Yeah, me too. That was a
'Cause that's pictures they posted him on like life support and shit or whatever the fuck. That was scary, brother.
yeah. I don't know if it was life support, but
Whatever the fuck it was, he wasn't.
it didn't
Yeah,
look good.
whatever the
And
fuck it was.
you also got to factor in his age and the fact that
Yeah, 100%.
he fought in MMA, and these guys don't live super long, unfortunately, a lot of the
No,
time.
not combat sports people in general,
Yeah.
especially back in them days.
Shout out to Mark Coleman, man. Not all we're heroes wear capes.
What was his quote? He said some shit like, when they banned headbutts, I had to learn how to fight or some shit. He got some quote like
Huh.
that. He's just headbutt the shit out of people, dude. Legend, bro. Imagine getting mounted by a motherfucker like that. It's pow, bro. It's a wrap.
So Walt Harris's career is probably done.
Man, he was probably juicing just to get one dub, one KO dub and call it.
That doesn't even make any sense though, because he tested positive for all those steroids, and that motherfucker was on a 4 fight losing streak, and they were all KOs.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
So
that shit fucked your chin up or something, bro.
that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
there goes that career.
but it's a 4 year suspension. He's already hella up there in
He's old,
age.
bro.
So
Yeah, like,
that's it's a wrap. He's not coming back.
but heavyweights, I don't know, man. They stick around at older age. Who knows?
Speaking of
But I mean,
sticking
it's not like,
around, speaking of sticking around, Jose Aldo.
oh, he's coming out of retirement.
That's what I'm, bro. I done said it 100 times on this fucking podcast, bro. Fighters do not know when to say when. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm not saying I don't think this is a winnable fight for him because I do think it's a winnable fight for him. But I'm just saying, man. Some fighters just do
Who's he
not know when to
fighting?
hang it up. Jonathan Martinez.
Yeah, yeah. I just, it's just I don't want to see him come out and lose because then we just have to hear people just talk shit about this guy like he was an absolute legend. I don't know, man, but who are we to tell him he can't do it? He looked good boxing.
Yeah, he did.
He looked pretty good boxing. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit,
I
he
kind
looked
of wish
good
he would just
boxing,
keep.
honestly.
Yeah, I would prefer to watch that.
Me too. Me too.
His boxing was beautiful.
But I'm not gonna not watch it either because it's Aldo. I think it's 301. I believe it
I'd
is.
like to see Aldo box Connor, bro. Imagine that.
that
That
would be great.
shit would be legendary.
Um, Francis Ngannou said he wants another
Ngannou.
boxing match before MMA, which is honestly pretty fucked up. Like I was
Who's he
all
gonna fight?
rooting for him and shit, and now I'm kind of like, oh, that's pretty fucked up to PFL, honestly. Like you're kind
Yeah,
of
Pia.
doing them
Yeah,
dirty. You're doing them dirty at this point now.
it's stalling the fuck out of that. I thought he had a fight lined up in PFL.
I'm not even sure, but
Francis just making money now.
his most recent interview is, I feel like boxing owes me something now, and
Hmm.
I want to have one more boxing match before MMA.
You better start calling out fucking. Well, no, Wilder got a fight lined up.
I just think it's dirty, bro, because it's like PFL was. I mean, not only gave you a serious bag,
Yeah, bro, you were like their mascot,
they also implemented you.
toting you around.
They also allowed you to do boxing in the first place. Like
Hmm.
most MMA companies are not going to let you do both. The UFC
Nah,
damn
because you
sure
might get a
wasn't going to let
payday
you.
and be like,
The UFC damn sure wasn't going to let you do both, which is part of the reason why you left in the first place. And to make all your commitment about boxing, I'm like, bro, you need to. I really hope he doesn't at least makes his PFL debut before he has another boxing
and just
fight
think about
because that's
this.
just not fair.
Think about if he was just if Dana would just chill for like 5 minutes and let Francis go, then beat Fury and come back to the UFC. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't even have to ever fight in boxing again, just to be like, I am the baddest man on the planet. and now I'm
Yeah.
staying in MMA, and now MMA is the baddest sport in the planet. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that timeline
No,
where
100%. 100%.
instead of Connor ever fighting Floyd in that mockery, we got to see for the first time, or not for the first time because it's happened, whatever. We get to see this fight instead, and then Dana was cool, and he came back with that momentum. That would have been ludicrous. It would have been the best the sport ever looked. Motherfucker went over here, beat Fury, who's arguably one of the greatest heavyweights of this generation, and then just comes back and it's like, yeah, this is where I live. You come over here now.
Facts.
I want to
Facts.
live in that timeline.
Well, we're not gonna get into this fucking next card coming up this week because this shit is. If I told you what the main event was, you wouldn't even
Gobbledygook.
believe me. You wouldn't even believe me if I told you what the main event was.
It's a filler card.
It's Aaron Blanchfield and Furiat. That's the main event. First of all, how is Vicente Luque and Buckley not the main event over that?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Very
Because
intriguing
that's
indeed.
wild.
Yes, quite.
I mean, there's a
Yeah, that's
couple. There's a couple fights on here that could potentially be
yeah. Bruno
bangers, but
Silva, Chris Weidman. Yeah, that's good. Dumbass is fighting. What's his name?
Luque and Buckley should be a banger.
What's it?
Rob Schneider.
Syracuse. What's that motherfucker's name that dude looks like a SoundCloud rapper?
Oh my
Dumbass.
God, Dumas. Dumas.
He get some domestic violence shit. He's like a woman beater or something.
Oh my God, he looks like one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, I'm gonna fucking try to hit up this fucking smoke shop before it closes. We're gonna wrap this up a little bit early. We covered everything we needed to cover anyway. So, as always, thank y'all for tuning in. And until next time, we out. Peace.